trying to sit and write the next big single. Fiddle it to click, don't find it's worthy. It's too late to go back, was it's working. For 20 months on a big mix down, 30 seconds is too lean, I found. No, 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 I can sit you while you wait to go. In the fire, put it down before it's lost in the mire. Hammer on the wall doesn't seem worth it. Beat by beat, the heart that's perfect. The drums are stepping up the heat in the jungle. Hold the leather but don't fumble. If you wanna feel the rain in your hair, you don't need a umbrella, just get there. No, 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 I can sit you while you wait to go. No, 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 I can sit you while you wait to go. If I put my stickers around, my ears are ringing from the drums and the jingles. Gonna sit and write the next big single. Relax, sit down, coming out of PE town. Drink, find a shot, never mind your liver, get to Gino's spot.
Gino spot.
Get to Gino's spot.
Gino spot.
Have a laugh, have a giggle, and exercise your middle. Have a Gino shot.
Gino shot.
Get to Gino's spot.
Gino spot.
Get to Gino's spot.
Gino spot.
Have a laugh, have a giggle, and exercise your middle. Get to Gino's spot.
Gino spot.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Center Stage.
It's time indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Gino's Spot. And lovely to have you on board tonight. Our Tuesday nights is regular. Every single Tuesday, 6:30, we do Gino's Spot. And we're bringing together people from our community, our area. Always got something to do with the Eastern Cape, and particularly Kabeja or PE or NMB or whatever you want to call it. We're always finding somebody new, somebody interesting to bring onto the show so that you can get to know them a little bit better. That's right, because if we know who's around us in our community, and we know how to help and how to support people and how to also use local businesses and get our community going. I think that's what this whole show is about stimulating that community spirit and those friendships and getting to know each other in our area, because these days you have to do that. It's pointless getting people from all over the world. We need to look after our people here. That's right. And thank you to our sponsors. Spa has been amazing as well, supporting us here on Gino Spot, and also our sponsors, especially for our live shows, is now been Fitch Leads on the side, and Sovereign on the side, Sovereign Chicken. And I'm going to be doing some stuff for Sovereign as well, a couple of ads and things. It'll be fantastic. Now, there's an important announcement that I need to make as well for everybody in East London. If you're watching from East London, if you're not watching from East London, share with somebody from East London. We are going up there on Friday, this coming Friday at the Guild Theatre. We're doing our Sensational 6 show, which is a fantastic mix of music. And we did the show there, but it was during the week a couple of months ago. And we are bringing it back by popular demand to East London at the Guild Theatre. So please let your friends know. We've got a special especially for corporates. If you want to take your guys out for a bit of a jolt for the end of the year, book some tickets, because we've got specials on the ticket prices for group bookings as well. And then of course we've got the cricket coming on, SA versus Australia on Thursday. Don't miss out on that. We've got to watch Bavuma and his dudes to make sure that they are that they're going to bring home another World Cup for us, because they'll be great if the cricketers could do it at the same time. Wouldn't that be fantastic? And then maybe Bafana would maybe as well, but we'll see. But it would be a bit of a miracle. We'll see. The water situation is looking good as well. It's been raining again this week, and Mpofu Dam is now it isn't Pofudam, it is now 46%. I think because the Churchill Dam is overflowing, it's over 100%. So all that water is running down towards Mpofu, and Mpofu is one of the biggest dams. And if that thing fills up to 65%, they said that they would lift the water restrictions. But I don't know if that's the case. I don't know. We'll never know because we're always going to be short of water in this place. So we've got to conserve water anyway. So, ladies and gentlemen, fantastic to have you all aboard here tonight. And we've got a special guest, 75 years. William Scott Contracting has been around. They do roofs and painting. You've seen the buckies all over town over the last 75 years. And we need to get to know these businesses. So we've got Cameron. We've got Cameron on tonight, and Cameron Scott, he's on, and we're going to chat to him a little bit just now about his business and about what makes him tick. So I'm bumping things here, but we're just about ready to go. So get yourself a drink. Make sure you're drinking something, and make sure I've got a little whiskey and a soda. And thank you to Fitch and Leeds for a little bit. And of course we've got a little bit of gin or whatever we need to get our tongues wagging, and we're ready to go. So get yourself a drink. And I'm going to get the guest ready to go. So welcome to our guest, Mr. Cameron Scott. Woo!
Ooh, welcome to the show. Now it's your time to shine. We're going to have a lekker chat tonight. Another good time.
And on we are here. Cameron, fantastic to have you online. Lovely to get you. Yeah, good. Make sure you get where's your drink?
Oh, it's around the corner.
Is it around the corner? Oh, we got to
have it.
Oh, there it is. Oh, Gary will get it for us. We had a little whiskey together, which is very nice. And so you're a whiskey person. You like a bit of
I like red wine, and I like whiskey.
Rooibos.
That was empty. It's evaporation. It's very good.
I've got some ice here, and we've got some water and some whiskey, so we can clear it a little bit more. There we go. And a little bit of wine and a bit of whiskey.
It's a red wine. It's good.
Red wine's good as well. It is.
Yeah.
Like, isn't it bad for the gout? They always say.
It hasn't been up to now.
Oh no,
Lubrication. Yeah.
And I met you recently at the MBA dinner, and I believe that you reminded me about the seagull regatta that's on every year as well.
Yes,
isn't that fun? That's the last one I think was in Kenton, and then you did.
I went to Breda River.
Breda River as well.
Yeah, you didn't go to Breda.
No,
I didn't. Kenton.
Yeah, I know.
And Kenton 30th December again this year.
30th of December again this year. The Kenton Seagull Regatta. Last time there were, I think, 1,000 people.
There's lots of people.
Jeez,
Lots of people.
it was
It's a big event.
big joy. But actually, I was so surprised as to how many people.
Yeah. We
came.
couldn't fit into the tent.
No, you couldn't. And they had the old band there.
Yeah.
The guys all. What is his name? Is it BJ Ford? Is that his name?
I don't know.
Yeah, he was the old guys playing in the band and old 60s stuff, and they had a party there of note. Unbelievable.
Very good.
But I see on your vans as well you drove, because we all recognize the name.
Okay,
William Scott.
We paint.
Yeah, we paint every time. I mean, you see that over so many years, and that specific font. I mean, you've got that whole branding.
Yes,
the branding thing's happening.
It's been like that forever.
Yeah,
the S, the big
S. That big S. Yeah. And I mean, that company started by your father. Is that right?
My father started in 1948. Yeah.
48, just after the war. Was he?
Well, yes, just after the war. He came just before the war. He came to South Africa in 1938.
Where was he from originally?
From Scotland.
Oh, from Scotland.
From Aberdeen.
Aberdeen.
Yeah.
Oh, I knew. Oh my word! So actually, immigrant.
Yes.
To PE.
Yes.
You married a PE girl then?
No.
Well, they came out as a couple.
In actual fact, my grandfather was a painting contractor in Aberdeen, and he was my father was an apprentice. He served his apprenticeship there, and my mother was working in the office. She was the daughter of the boss.
Oh, right.
So they met.
I see.
And obviously they got on,
and he usurped the whole business.
So eventually, look, in Europe, at that stage, after the after the war,
Yeah.
well, before the war and after the Depression, there was nothing going on. So he came to South Africa to try and make a new living.
Wow.
And he sent for his girlfriend.
Yeah.
And the first day she arrived here, 1938, he married her
Wow. So she arrived here literally.
on Boxing Day.
My word. Well, it's because you would have to, if you wanted to have your way with the woman in the old days, you had to marry them. I suppose he was desperate. So was that William Scott then?
That was William Scott.
Your great
My father. No, my great grandfather in Aberdeen was called Robert Milne.
Okay.
So he had a company called Robert Milne Decorators.
Oh, okay.
And my father's William Scott. William Scott, we paint William Scott contractors, William Scott contracts, blah, blah, blah.
Okay, so he learned his trade over there.
Yes, he
Scotland,
lived in Aberdeen.
in Aberdeen,
and he learned how to work hard as well, which he did all his life.
Yeah.
Incredible. And he was a good example to me.
To you, I'm
the
sure.
way he taught me.
Yeah.
And I just had to follow his example, and it was hard work.
Old school guy, strict. not one of those that beats you, Spare the rod and spoil the child.
Right,
But obviously had a big impact on you.
We had a great relationship. We had a great, a big impact. What an example. And it was a pleasure working together. We never argued once in our lives. He had been on his own 15 years before I joined him.
Okay.
And so he died at 95, and he stopped coming to work at about 90.
Oh my!
So I saw my father every day since I left school to 50 years, 60 years later. Yeah.
I think my sons
Every single day.
My sons would be rolling their eyes and thinking that they might have to do that with me.
Man, he was a lovely man. I loved him dearly, and a good, hard-working. We both were very hard-working.
And your mom?
My mother was a hard-working also. She did the office work for the first 15 or 10 years, and then she handed it over. But at one stage, we called her back, and she assisted when we needed her. So, and she was the business person.
Okay.
My father was a worker.
Okay.
And she was a business person in the company.
Because that admin is just a nightmare.
Admin is a nightmare, and it's essential to be on top of it.
You have to have it.
Yeah.
And how often doesn't it happen when the wives get involved in doing that stuff?
She did a good job.
Because you need someone that you're in a corner. You need someone, you hate doing it, but you need someone that you trust.
It has to be done.
Yeah.
It has to be done.
Yeah, and you have to find somebody that you can trust.
And does it properly.
Yes. It doesn't skip corners and oh my word.
And it's honest.
Yes, absolutely. You're so right.
Yeah.
And so you were born here in PE then?
I was born in PE.
Okay.
1944. Yeah.
Oh, 1944.
Yeah, it's a long time ago.
Oh my goodness! Wow,
Yeah.
Karen, that is amazing. And so and then you said, how old were you when you started to work with your dad? Then?
I stayed a special 1 or 2 years more at school.
Yes.
I really enjoyed school.
Yes.
So I had to stay longer.
and is that because it was just like you were?
No. I just couldn't pass the exams.
What did you enjoy about school? I mean, what did you?
I had a good time at school. I enjoyed everything at school. I was very happy in school. That's why I stayed there so long.
Yes.
In any case, I started when I was 19 and a half.
And
Straight into the business.
Where were you at school?
From school?
Yeah, where did you?
Grey school.
Grey. Were you
Yes,
Grey the whole way
yeah.
through?
Yeah.
Junior
yeah.
and senior.
I went to Erica.
Oh,
Standard Sabay and Sabi.
yes.
It was a girls' school.
Oh,
And
they
then
allowed you in.
And Sabi, they discovered I was a boy. So they sent me to Grey.
Did your mother dress you up especially so that you could get in there?
Erica accepted in Sabay and Sabi boys and girls.
Okay. So yeah, I thought as much. And so, because Erica is also one of the oldest schools.
Yes.
I think it's also 100 and
We went
something years
to
now.
Erica on Richmond Hill. There's a big sort of
The old one.
There's a big circle there.
Yes.
And that was the old Erica School.
Oh, Richmond Hill.
Richmond Hill.
Wow.
I lived in Clevedon Road. We had to walk through past the Albury Road fire station, upstairs
Wow.
to the Erica, which is on that hill. Today,
Yes,
it's still there.
They're still there.
but
Beautiful.
I think it's a military building or some
Yeah.
communication building. Beautiful building.
Somebody can let us know online what that building is used for. I think it's some sort of education
Yes,
thing.
I think so.
It might even be UNISA or something.
And there was a big circle there with hundreds of pine trees, and that was our playing ground.
The playground. But I think it got too big. It got too the school got too big for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's just have a quick look at some of these comments that are coming on here. The Alan Deroux saying hi there.
He comes from Australia.
It's Australia.
Yeah.
He's up early in the morning.
Wow.
Duncan Scott said it's your son. He says he saw this chap on TV once. That'll be him.
Okay.
He must be famous, says Claire.
And my daughter.
All right.
Yes.
I see the apple of your eye.
Well, yes and no. Yes
Come on,
and-
Duncan. Is it around the finger, Duncan? Does Claire get away with murder?
Absolute murder. Yes.
David and Victoria Oswald. Vicky Oswald, I love her. She was at school with me.
Okay.
At Victoria Park. She says hello to Cameron as well, Victoria.
Okay.
And Elmarie Sampson. Elmarie, that's the wife of our weather guru.
Okay.
He always tells us exactly what's
Duncan
going on.
wanted to go to
VP as well.
Yeah, he was at Grey,
Okay.
and he said to me, "Dad, I want to go to
Okay.
VP." I said, "Hang on, Dad, just
No,
stay where you are."
you don't know about the secret handshake stuff. We didn't have that tuck there. Leanne Moldenhall is there. Gino, well done on your Gino spot.
Janet-
Thank you. I love you,
Janet
Leanne.
DeBell.
Yes, Jana DeBell. Yes, I see
know
her
her
there.
quite well.
Jana DeBell and Jessie Lee.
Jesse Lee. Yeah.
Excellent. And Tammy Scripps. Scripps.
Yes,
Tammy
yes,
Scripps.
yes. She's living mostly in America. But
Oh,
she's
in America.
out here right now.
Lovely. So she can also watch good. And you can
Brian
even watch
Connor.
from America, Tammy, if you want to watch the show.
This Brian Connor.
Yes,
he's
Brian.
Such a nice person.
Oh, what does he
Wonderful
do?
man. He was at school with me all the years. I love
Yeah.
him.
There we go.
What's he say there?
He says you're a natural on the screen. Garth Webster's out there. Erica is still there, but it needs a coat of paint.
Okay.
John and DeBell, Cammy from Tam and John, and they're
Okay.
saying how's it? Saying hello to each other in the comments here. Sarah Jordan, greetings from New York City. Wow,
Yes.
fantastic! New York, we got people from far and wide watching
Look at
this.
that.
Magic, and you're lovely to have you on as well. I don't even know what time it'll
There's
be.
Garth Webster. He was a good
Yes.
golfer, colourful golfer.
And a soccer player too.
Okay.
Yeah, and cricketer. He's a bit of an all-rounder, and he's also full of crap too. He can also he puts up those signs in Main Road Walmer and makes us all laugh.
Yes, I know. There's Janet DeBell.
Yes.
I'm taking her to dinner tonight.
Oh, love it.
Or maybe she'll be taking me tonight.
Oh, there we go. Taking you on a date, sir. Gianna Dubell. Gianna is a lovely Italian name. Gianna. Oh, man. It's lovely to have these people. And with the internet, it makes it so cool because they can
easy,
really
yeah.
see you live and in person
okay.
on the internet. As it's a stake in the ground for Cameron Scott. Boom. Here we go.
Good.
Right
Thank
on
you
this
so
day.
much. Thank you so much.
Okay, so we at school there at Grey, and I mean, you say you enjoyed school, but you didn't do so well in class, and that's I mean, that's probably just that you didn't fit into that box then.
I was just interested in that. I was.
What were your interests at school, and what did you really enjoy?
I enjoyed sport. I did diving and swimming, and I enjoyed all sorts of sport. I enjoyed school generally, but I just didn't take school seriously.
Okay.
And I didn't do my homework, and I didn't do anything involved with learning. And I cruised too much.
You say that now.
I sweated 6 weeks before matric. I took school seriously.
Oh, wow.
I scraped through my matric.
Yo.
I got a double F in maths, which is between 30% and 33. I think I must have been the last guy to be awarded.
They pushed you over. We're not taking him on again.
So I didn't hate school. I loved school. I had a nice time, but it just wasn't. understood.
So-
I
so
just
the-
didn't understand.
The social side was good, and
Very
and
good. Everything
the
was good.
academics was
Yeah.
was not like and you know but having said that, I mean you're part of this entrepreneurial thing. You would have had to have worked really
I
hard.
was relieved to get out of school.
Yeah, to start working.
I promised myself I would rather work 23 hours a day every single day than do school again. So you can imagine,
Yeah. So that
the
was
suffering that
yeah.
I went through.
Shame. I mean, do you think that because you're just not in that box, you know? Because these days the talk is now that you know the schooling should be changed. It's not good to just sort of pigeonhole people like that, you know. And you were clearly not.
I don't think it should be changed. I just simply did not apply myself, and I regret it.
Yeah.
Because I would have enjoyed it and got much more out of school than what I really did, you know.
Yeah.
But in any event, what it did for me is to say, listen, you can't go like that forever.
Yeah.
You've got to do something.
Get your ass into
And
gear.
I worked very, very hard. Gino, I worked extremely hard. I was at work at 7 o'clock every day, and I didn't leave until 6 o'clock every night.
But you also
And
had
Saturdays until 3 o'clock.
really, yeah.
I worked very hard, and my father was a good example. We did well. We worked. We did well.
Did you party hard as well?
My friends would say yes. You know, I had my license, my driver's license, when I was second year, standard 9.
Wow. Okay.
So I could cart and my birthday's in June, so I could cart my friends around. My father allowed me to use his bucky.
Okay.
So I could cart my friend around for the 6 months instead the second standard 9 and a full year in matric. For 18 months, I carted 12 friends every Saturday and Sunday night, every Friday and Saturday night around the town to gate crash parties. You know,
What places were available there to go and have a jaw? Come on.
No, parties, all private parties.
Private parties.
No.
I mean, were there any? Then because he had
If we didn't like them, we went to the next one.
You have like sessions at those times.
Yes, yes, we had lovely sessions. The King's Beach session.
Yeah, the
The
Lifesaver
Warmer
Club.
Town Hall was a wonderful sessions there.
St.
The Warmer
Bernadette's.
Country Club, St. Bernadette's, yes.
Yeah,
But,
Oh, Warmer Country Club. as well.
Warmer Golf Club, rather.
Yeah.
Warmer.
Yeah, country club.
Country Golf Club.
Yeah, out there with a
And
big
then,
dance
and
floor.
then
and
St.
lovely.
John's, there's a lot of sessions at St. John's.
Okay.
But King's Beach was the biggest and the best, and the Shadows and the Beatle and the music was Cliff Richard and Elvis and all that.
Yeah. Well, that was Ken J. Larkin and that bunch.
Yeah.
Doing those, I think they called it the Stomps.
The Stomps.
Stomps,
There's going to
yeah,
be the
the-
Stomps.
yeah, the
yes.
Stomps.
Yeah.
And I
Summer Sand Lifesaving Club, that's where we had Stomps, proper Stomps.
yeah.
Yeah.
But you've got a good sense of humor. I can see that. And so, what makes you laugh? What do you enjoy?
I like people.
Yeah.
I like laughing.
Yeah.
I enjoy life. I enjoy life.
Are you a Monty
I
Python
think-
fan?
Pardon?
You're a Monty Python fan?
No, I haven't spent enough time watching that
Or the
stuff.
Goons?
But I think unless you make life lighter for yourself and others around you, it can get too serious. It can get too heavy.
I
So I enjoy myself. I try and enjoy myself. I'll make it enjoyable. I involve people.
Yeah.
I communicate.
Yeah.
I like people. So that's what makes me happy.
Yeah, I see you do like people. That is good, and it's like because in the end, life. What is life about? But your relationships and people around you.
Life is heavy going out there. I mean, all over. It's heavy going.
Yeah.
So
You're a positive person. Then.
well, yes. And when I started work, I used to use those American motivational tapes.
Oh, right.
Which drove my wife crazy at that time.
Yeah.
Because I drew inspiration from those tapes, giving you positive vibes before you went to work. So when I was shaving, I listened to all those tapes and
I'm gonna pour you some whiskey.
Thank you very much. And I find it uplifting.
Yes, yes. I mean, look, it's amazing that you would be listening to that stuff, because it was a bit
Norman
more.
Vincent Peale and
really?
many very, very good motivational people.
Yeah, as Gary say, how to win friends and influence people.
That's it.
Yeah,
We did that course.
yeah.
And I enjoyed that as well. And of course, most people are, including myself, are terrified of public speaking.
Oh,
So that
really?
that
Yeah.
whatever.
Helped you.
What was it? Dale Carnegie.
Yes, yes, yes.
How to win friends and influence people.
Yeah.
That was it made an influence on my life.
Okay.
Helping you present yourself.
Yeah.
And
Confidence,
so I enjoyed
a
that.
bit of confidence.
Yes.
See, as a comedian, I have to do it all the time. And
You
it's-
suffer with
Yeah,
confidence.
if you're not confident,
I
you're
can
going to die on stage. I'll suffer a bit with the confidence thing.
I can see that, Shay.
Subtlety's my big thing,
Yes. Yeah.
But you're right that people are people, and like standing in front and talking to people, a lot of people are worried about it, and it's just you one-on-one is actually what you're doing with every one of those people, So and like you say, the positive thing, the people person.
We've got workers, and most people have to achieve what they want to achieve through other people as a team.
Yeah.
And I like to motivate those people, the workers.
Yeah.
I like to encourage them. I'm depending on them to earn my whatever.
Your keep. Yeah.
So the better they do, the more encouraged they are, the better they feel about themselves, the more they produce.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
I think that's very important to make other people feel important, productive, and encourage them to do a better work.
Sort of tell them give them their value. Everybody wants to be respected and have value in what they do.
Yeah.
And if you tell them about it, and you tell them what's how they're helping, and it just gives them that extra bit of respect.
We have, with my 3 sons at work, we have many discussions about work.
Yeah.
And I say, look, if things go wrong, it's middle management. It's our fault.
Yeah.
All the workers, generally speaking, they come to work, to do a good job, and to go home satisfied.
Yeah.
If you don't give them the direction, if you don't give them the motivation, the tools, the equipment, and they can't manage that. They can't do that.
Yeah.
They can't do what you want them to do.
Yeah.
So it's important to respect people, show them, help them, encourage them, and motivate them.
So that's kind of been a bit of a mantra for the company, I suppose.
Yeah.
And because how many staff have you guys got?
We've got about 120, 150. It does vary.
Yeah,
It varies.
Yeah, I'm sure. But you've got your reliable people that you can use every time.
Everyone's got
on.
we've got supervisors, we've got the whole strategy, You got foremen, supervisors, quantity surveyors, you got a proper team.
Yeah,
Professionals.
and then you work with architects. You work with
all that.
I mean, but yours it's mainly painting and roofing. And do you do other stuff as well?
We do property, but we build for ourselves.
Yeah.
Mostly painting and roofing.
Okay. Properties, because this very roof that we're under is
we
William
did this
Scott
roof
Reed.
many years ago. Yeah, many years ago.
In fact, you did both roofs, and we've since done
this
some
is
major
called
alterations.
a thatch Harvey tile.
Yes.
A thatch profile.
Yes, what
Harvey
is it
tile.
called? Shingles.
It's a shingle stroke thatch
Oh, okay, thatch.
profile Harvey tile.
Okay, well, it's very nice.
Yeah, it is nice.
It's always looked very good.
Yeah. And it's been here for years, 20 years.
Yeah, it has. Yeah, absolutely. Yes, I think it was early 2000.
I remember the job.
Yeah, and it's still no leaks.
Ah.
Yeah. We're going strong. People that have played or pivotal moments in your life,
Yes.
where you sort of maybe made decisions, or people that played a role in your life.
No. We had, for a while, we had my brother-in-law in our business.
Yeah.
And it didn't work out.
Okay.
My father just didn't have to say no to my brother-in-law. And he was trying to do an MBA at the same time, and spending money and so forth and so on. We almost went bankrupt.
Yeah.
My father borrowed money, and he sold all his properties. He had quite a few properties in those days, and he sold all those properties. And we managed to become liquid again, so. So that was the first thing.
Because liquid is your biggest thing.
You've got to have liquid.
Yeah,
You've got to be cash flush.
Yeah.
And then so our backs were against the wall, and we really, then you really know that you can't go down. You've got to do it. You've got to make it.
Okay.
So that was the first one. I suppose that's been the biggest one, So I've never been.
Was that now just after you'd come in?
That's about 19. I came in 1963.
63.
It's probably about 1972, 77,
Wow.
73.
I was 2 years old.
Okay. Any case, that's
Yeah.
made me very aware of not spending money. Don't be extravagant. Work hard.
Yeah.
Check your costing all the time.
Yeah,
You got to be serious in life if you want to get on.
Yeah. I mean, cut down the expenses.
Watch everything.
Yeah.
Watch everything.
Yes, keep your hand in. So have you always then done that? When did your dad step out?
Unfortunately, my father stepped out. He died in 2007.
Oh wow! Okay.
And about when he was 90, my father he stopped probably about 85.
Okay.
But for 5 years he collected the mail.
Okay.
He came to the office. He had a cup of tea. At 10 o'clock, he'd open the mail and he'd go home. He'd go home. He'd got a block of flats in Park Drive. He'd go to the block of flats, see that there weren't any papers hanging around and that the caretaker was doing the proper job. Then he'd go home.
Oh, magic.
And then my mother one day, she said, listen, he's not coming there. I'm sick of being on my own. Okay. He must come and stay at home and keep me company. So that's what happened.
My word. so your mom also
So he abandoned me at 90 years old. I was all on my own.
And your family, I mean, Shane, what happened to your brother-in-law? What happened to your brother-in-law in the end?
He got booted.
He got booted out. So he's still he persona non grata.
It was a sad time, but
a long and sordid affair. Okay.
Some of those things you don't want to talk about. Think about.
No, sure. Okay, so and then obviously in any other sort of pivotal moments or people that I mean, other you suppose your dad, I'm sure, had that effect on your life, but anybody else in your life that you feel like has given you the good kind of advice, the good direction?
I don't think so. I think that I think the grounding that I had from my father was sufficient to make it obvious.
And your mother as well.
And my mother, of course.
Okay.
It was obvious what
the five fingers.
What to do and what not to do. My parents weren't that strict on me, but I guess I wasn't that naughty either.
And when did you get married?
I got married in 1970.
Okay.
And that lasted for about 40 years.
Okay.
And then, I sort of have been living on my own since then.
Okay.
I got 18 canaries that I have to feed every morning.
You're gonna feed your fool.
And it's breeding season now, so I have to feed them twice a day and check everything. And so I still go to work. I don't do much. But they don't pay me much, so I don't know if I should,
They just keep on giving you stuff. Tammy Scripps says, ask him about Rotary and the work that. So you part of Rotary?
I've been a member of Rotary for 30 years.
Wow.
And Rotary is a fantastic organization. We're looking for members. We're a bit short now after COVID and whatever.
Yeah.
Such nice people in Rotary. Very, very nice, genuine, lovely people. The best people I've ever met have been Rotarians.
Yeah.
And
Sure.
we do. Our club used to be the biggest in the area.
Which one is it?
It's Algo Bay Rotary Club.
Okay. Where do you guys meet?
We meet at Raymond Maschlaber Center, where the old EP Children's Home.
Oh, okay.
Today we had a meeting at lunchtime.
Okay. All right.
And
Cool.
you know, they do good work.
Yeah, no, amazing.
Well supported by Rotary International.
Okay.
We got this lady, Janet de Bell, whose name's up
Yes.
here. And she does
Jana.
phenomenal applying for grants and there's big money involved. So we're always busy with some projects.
He's doing a lot of good. I mean, I think
another guy, Vernon Naidu, also incredibly hardworking and looks after all the projects. But Rotary is good. It's really nice, and they do good work. Good, very good work.
And I know Peter Long was always involved.
Peter Long is
with that,
very committed. He went to St. Francis, but he's coming back now to PE.
Is he coming back?
And he'll rejoin our club. Yeah.
Oh, lovely. Because he put this roof on for me. In fact, he built this place. Yeah.
Oh, did he?
He did, yes.
Okay. and the roof doesn't leak.
No, it doesn't leak. Still Peter Long. So somebody tag Peter Long. I don't think he's on Facebook.
Okay.
No, he's a legend, old Peter. And Richard, of course, is put
his brother.
Yes.
Known them from junior school in Grey.
as well.
Grey.
Also
Yes,
Grey boys. They
And
also knew the
that's what's
sheets.
nice about living in PE. Being brought, you got guys, friends forever. For a long time. 50 years, 60 years?
Yeah.
Long time.
Isn't that incredible? Incredible? Anything particularly funny or interesting, any anecdote that you can remember, a story from Rotary days? Or even from the business,
Okay. I did quite a bit of traveling, and my friends and I used to go 4x4 trips. So we went once to Mozambique, and
Sure.
and there's this island there, and a big swordfish, and also the game fish. Now, I'm not really a fisherman, but we clubbed in, and 5 of us went out on this boat. We went out, we couldn't see the land anymore. We went so far. And this guy, he had 200-liter drums of petrol for the trip there and back. It was a long way. It was a full day.
She's like, okay.
So, of course, the boat goes up and down like this. And then by the time I got there, I was feeling pretty sick.
A bit green.
So this professional fisherman, he put out the rods, about 3 rods, and then he would trawl. He'd just go slowly up and down, and then we had turns. When the rod went off, when the you jump, you see.
Okay.
So we had turns, 5 of us. So I said, leave me to last.
You want to check the other
I'm
guys?
not really a fisherman. Leave me to last. So the guy's up and then the swordfish.
Jeez.
Your photograph,
Wow.
photograph.
Yeah.
And throw it back.
Okay, yes.
So that's the idea.
Okay.
So everyone had a turn, and it was now my turn. I wasn't overjoyed about that. So they said the rod went. The Cameron. So I went and I grabbed the rod. That's the wrong rod. The wrong rod. So I put that rod back. I went over
The wrong one.
So I said, listen, you sit in the corner and stay there.
Eat some Big Macs.
Someone will take your place.
That's
So
funny.
that was my probably worst moment in my career.
Fishing. Your fishing has not been great. And so I mean, you started. You like you said, you started. Okay, you born 1944. You started working there about
1963.
straight out of school, basically.
Yeah, I had worked. I got bored during school holidays. I had a moped. I could do more or less. I could do more or less what I wanted.
Yeah.
And I got sick of driving up and down with my friends to here and there and everywhere. So I said to my father, haven't you got a job for me? So he said, yeah. He said, you can go and help on the jobs painting. So he gave me an overall.
Yeah.
So from the second year standard 9, I worked every school holiday. I went and I got a really nice foreman, the guy called Van Skalkwijk.
Yeah.
A.B. Van Skalkwijk.
Oh, say,
and he looked after me, you know. He gave me, and in those days you had what they called the stemper. It was like a water-based powder. Your powder was, and you put it on with a big brush, slosh, something like lime wash, but slosh. So I used to come home covered in lime. And I did that for all the holidays. So eventually, I used to also play golf with my father on a Saturday morning at the hill, at the Humid.
Yeah. Oh, Humid, okay.
And he had a Jag at that stage. You see, so I used to love to drive him home. You know? So
lovely.
Driving home up La Roche Drive one day, he said, well, Cameron, what are you going to do when you leave school at the end of the year? I said, Dad, I'd like to come and work for you.
Yeah.
He said, oh. He said, you don't have to be clever, but it's hard work. I think that was quite rude, you know. He was
just presuming that you're not clever. What a bugger.
But he was right. It was hard work.
Yeah.
But was most enjoyable. And then, you know what? For 3 years, I was sloshing on paint, and you learn the trade. Yeah. And it's important because I know now exactly more about what we do than or the same as what everyone else does.
You know? Because you've done every single
one can
part.
Tell me what, yes. And then we were busy spray painting, and it was quite...
spray painting.
My father eventually put me onto a big job at a Ford engine plant. It was being built.
Yes. And, Struendale.
In Struendale, yes. Struendale. And he put me there with a foreman because I could drive the men to the work, the job and back, you see.
Yes.
And I'd been there about 3 months with my father. Yeah. No, yes, about 3 months. Then he said to me, I was painting. And he said to me, look, I need to take Salgreen, the foreman, away for 3 weeks to do an urgent job. Can I leave you with the 6 apprentices? So I said, yes, Dad, that's fine. So every day I took the 6 apprentices and myself to the job and back. But my father never brought Salgreen back. He never brought the foreman back. So I was stuck in charge of this job. You know?
Right. Okay.
So I learned pretty fast.
Okay.
And,
you was probably putting me on another job.
I learned very fast.
Gee,
but that was maybe it was a good lesson.
Yeah.
And at the end of the job, the lady in the office said, I did very well. I said, what do you mean well? He said, you're right. You made the right profits. I said, oh, thank you very much.
Good.
That was a good start and so forth.
And he says spray, so he's actually
then we had all these sheets, roof sheets. So my father said, look, I've got to buy a new machine. It's a special machine, just come out. It's what they call airless. Mm-hmm. And the man will come and show you how to use it. I am now an expert. I am really, really an expert.
Is that with that, not that like with the texture to it?
No, you can have all that as well. Okay. But there's different nozzles and different pressures and different. But airless is simply, it's a high pressure pump that pumps the paint without any air through an orifice, through an angled tungsten nozzle, tungsten carbide nozzle, which is very hard, and that gives the fan. So you can spray 100 times faster than what you can paint.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's what I. Yeah.
And you had to then get to know the quantities, what they're using, try and use the exact amount, and
because if the nozzle wears, then you use more paint. So it becomes uneconomical at some stage. So you have to watch what you're doing.
What's going on. Yeah. And how's the sort of the whole playing field changed since those early days until now?
So now, instead of putting up scaffold to the top of the building, which is very labor intensive.
Yeah.
We've got these machines they're called cherry pickers, or
Yes. Yeah. Yes.
and as a result, look. Also, these days, if you put up this fixed scaffold at night, there's chances that other people climb up the scaffold and enter into wherever they want to.
Oh, yes, you're right.
So there's a big
Never really
security
thought about
risk.
that, yeah.
So these things go up,
Okay.
and when at night you fold them back,
Yeah,
and
fold them down.
there's no security problems.
Yeah, of course.
And it's labor saving
Yeah.
because that heavy scaffold you have to
Yeah.
unpack it, pack it,
Yo,
put it. You know,
most of
it's a very, very labor intensive.
Yes, of course. Of course.
So it's much better. And then the other ways things have changed is this airless spray.
yeah. So technology, basically.
Technology, high pressure washers, cleaners, technology.
The cleaning off the old paint as well, the
that's-
scraping and
that's,
yes,
that's
like,
you can blast it off now.
yeah. Because that's the bugger about painting.
Yeah.
The
Preparation is
preparation.
more 3 times longer than what it does to paint.
Yeah.
So the preparation is actually the most important.
Yeah. Gee whiz, no, I can't. I look at a wall and I'm like, no ways. let me look through the phone book.
Very boring.
Let me see what I can do. The things that bring you joy, the things that bring you happiness. What makes you happy?
I think having no problems. Things to go smoothly.
Yeah, right. So you tell your children not to tell you about any of the problems.
No. I like to hear. to hear everything. I like to hear both sides.
I mean, hobbies and interests in that bring you joy.
Cycling is like I've always cycled.
The cycling was interesting because we were talking about Ralph Karlitz now. I've just been doing a recording with his son Anton.
Anton, you?
He's recording one of his songs. It's sounding fantastic, by the way. We can't wait until we release it.
Yeah.
And he said that his dad Ralph used to be good mates. Well, he was still his good mates.
We lived opposite each other.
Yes.
In Walmer. So we got up at about 4:30.
Yeah.
We'd meet outside at 5:00 in the street.
Yeah.
We'd go around the Marine Drive.
Yeah.
It was totally dark. We'd rode on the center line. We had lights, but they were old-fashioned. We didn't have a dynamo. You remember those dynamos?
No, they were terrible. You couldn't. And then you had to pedal extra hard.
We had a battery.
Okay, a battery.
And it could more or less see where the middle line is.
White lines.
The white line in the middle of the road.
Probably one of those big 9-volt ones.
Something like that. And Ralph used to ride up front.
Yeah.
He was very strong. And then after about, say, 300 meter, he'd pull out to the right and I'd go up.
Yes.
And he'd fall in behind me. Slipstream.
Yes.
So we did that all the way around the Marine. We do the Marine home to home in 1 hour. And mostly every morning.
Yeah. Every single morning?
Every single morning we do.
Wow.
And then Saturday, Sunday, it would be with the Warmer Cycling Club.
Okay.
And then on Sunday, we used to do a long ride. Could be to the Tues, it could be to...
But I'm sure that Warmer Cycling Club was probably Martin Neft.
That's him.
And that lot there going around because they were really injured. Cameron's completed the most August races of anyone in PE.
33.
33. Augusts. I mean, that's a tough race as well.
My son has done 22. My youngest son has done 22.
Wow.
My other son has done about 17.
Okay.
My daughter has done about 14. 15. And I rode a lot of tandem with them as well.
She says, Claire says your best times around 2:45.
2:40. 2. My best. I beat 3 hours. I beat by 3 minutes. So it's 2:57.
2:57.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And that's an average of 36 kilometers an hour.
How far is it? 107?
109 kilometers. In those days, it was 105.
Good Lord, man, that is
It's
flying.
36. The average is 36 kilometers.
And that's hills, eh?
Hills,
That
everything.
is big. Let me tell you, out of the Herald, here's my Herald shirt. Out of the Herald last year for the first time,
Yes.
I think my time was 3 hours 35, and I was dead.
Yeah.
I'm pretty fit. I consider myself pretty fit. You too. You did under 3 hours for the Argus.
Everyone wants
God.
to break or wanted to break the 3 hour.
Yes. Cut off.
And I did for years. I tried, you have to have no wind.
Yeah.
You have to have a good bunch.
Yeah.
You have to have no punctures.
Yes, of course.
And you have to be fit.
Yeah.
So there's four things that you have to line up. And that's a lot of luck to get those things. So it took me 5 or 6 years to get. I used to go, there was the first bunch was licensed riders. Those were all the Springboks and the...
Yes, okay.
And we were...
Poseidonite and those guys.
And we were B group. Okay. And for about 6 years, I rode B group.
Wow.
And then finally, I beat that 3 hour. And then I bought a tandem immediately after that.
Okay.
I started cycling with my family.
Oh, lovely.
Because they accused me of indulging myself in cycling.
Well, I'm not surprised. Yeah. Oh, no.
But then what brings me happiness also, we got a holiday house at Crom River on the Crom River. It's 15 hectares. It's we got about a river frontage of about 400 meters.
Wow.
It is phenomenal. We can't see another house at night. There's just the stars. I've planted about 150 trees there, and they're growing very nicely.
Yeah.
The garden's beautiful. That makes me happy. That makes me happy to see there's a certain peace that settles on you when you just drive into the property and you see the trees. Yeah. There's even, I've got yellowwood. Yeah, I've got coral trees. I've got acacia. I've got ficus. And they're all beautiful.
So you like your plants as well?
I love my plants. I love trees.
Your green fingers?
Not really. My mother, every time I went to Crom, she said, Cameron, are you going to Crom tonight this weekend? I said, yes. She said, you must take his plants with you.
You must take the plants with you.
So I had to go. I had to plant the plants that she gave me. But of course, today they're lovely, They're lovely. So that makes me happy. That question.
Yes. The trees and the water,
the whole
coming parts
scenario.
Sit there, your happy place.
Yes, my happy place. Boating, you got whatever you want.
Well, I mean, obviously you like the outdoors as well.
Yes, and then once
he climbed Kilimanjaro, says John Dubell says.
Oh yes,
and he's gone snow skiing as well.
Oh, a lot of snow skiing.
Bit of a danger seeker.
I think I'm getting a bit old for snow skiing, but the first time I was single when I went snow skiing the first time, and I went to Westendorf in Austria, and I loved it. I was there for only 1 week, I think, but the bug bit. Yeah. So as soon as I got a chance to go again, I took my wife and I, and then it was kids, and then it was every third year or fourth year, the whole family for lovely. 10, 15 years. My children are all expert skiers. Oh, wow. They can go down, forward, turn around on the snow, ski backwards, turn around again. I mean, I can't do that.
It's amazing.
I wouldn't do that. But
I have had an experience with skiing, and it's the most amazing thing.
It's wonderful.
Hey, it's the incredible feeling where you...
silence.
Yes.
And then this...
It's got that feeling. And then you stop on a ticky.
Yeah,
it's like unbelievable how you build up an incredible amount of speed so quickly, and then you stop so quickly.
Out of all of us, my daughter she's the youngest, but she's the most stylish, and she does that. She's
is that Claire?
Claire. I said to her, if you ever stop so close to a cliff again, I'll murder you. I'll kill you, because she just goes. Yeah. And in the meantime, down there is a crevice about 150 meters. No. I said, don't you ever do that again.
Yeah. Oh, man. Let's have a look at some of the other comments here. I think there's stuff coming in here as well. I said earlier ones. Claire says, and his birds. Are you like the birds? Are you a bird watcher?
No, I don't like bird watching. No. I've got these
Oh, the canaries.
I call him budgies. They're really
Budgies.
canaries. There's a guy who's helping me. His name is Jerome Snowman, and he's helping me with these canaries. It's the first time I've had a breeding season.
Okay.
So you have to separate all the canaries in couples. You have to find out the male and the female and the hen and the cock.
How do you tell the difference?
Oh, I don't want to go into that.
Waar's hy Piel van Heide?
It's not easy. So I took them all to him. I said, listen, man, help me sort them out. So this one, and now they're breeding. I got about 6 hens sitting on about 3 eggs each.
Yo.
I've already had 2 chicks come out. So it's a new interest to me. I love it. Yeah, I love it.
Have you not got into pigeons? Like racing pigeons?
No. But this every Saturday, it takes me half a Saturday to clean the cages. Every Saturday you got to clean the.
Yes, of course.
I don't like that hard work.
Okay. No, listen, you've got to get hold of Shane Gerber because Shane is BLG Logistics.
Yes.
He has these racing pigeons.
Oh.
And they fly around warmly here.
Yes.
I don't know if you've seen them.
No.
But they train, they go on training runs.
There's big money in that.
Big money in that. And I tell you what,
I couldn't do that.
He is
There's a
so
guy
good.
called Jappy. He's a plumber.
Jappy, okay.
And he's got excellent birds. And
also now
pigeons.
Pigeons.
Racing
as well.
pigeons.
Okay, wow, okay.
And he wins the races.
Okay.
It's a lot of money.
But you're interested in these ones now. What sparked your interest in that?
Pardon?
In these canaries. How did you get interested in that?
I don't know. I was with Janet de Bell,
Yeah.
who's my good mate.
Yes.
And we were in Grahamstown with a Rotary man,
Yes.
Ross Mariner.
Okay.
And he's a breeder of note.
Okay.
And he's got beautiful birds.
Okay.
And Jana persuaded him to give us a couple.
A breeding
and
pair.
it started there. Wow. But subsequently through various reasons, we lost those 2.
I won't ask.
They were under Jana's care when they disappeared. And,
I see.
She was very apologetic, but
Okay.
she said, yes, your cage is still all right.
Does Jenna still enjoy a lot of cats?
So now, after that, we got into it a little bit further. What she say there?
She says Cameron almost gave up in a storm last time. Is it for the August? Gave up in a storm. You said Cameron almost gave up in a storm last time. Ask him.
The races at the August.
Must be at the August.
I don't know.
Where was that, Claire? Let us know.
That was skiing.
Oh, skiing. Oh,
so we stopped and we had a few glühwein.
Glühwein.
All my kids were there and Claire.
In Austria.
Yes. And while we were sitting up top there, a storm came over and it turned all grey and black and it started snowing. And I said, listen, we must get going now.
You're going to get down.
And after a few glühweins, it's not so easy. And you can't see because it's snowing.
Yeah.
And your visibility is nil.
Yeah.
4 meter maybe. See? And I went into a big ditch.
Yeah.
And I was like floating in snow. I was up to here in snow. And they came and they said, come on, Dad, get out. And I said, I can't. Leave me. I said, leave me. I want to die.
Let me die alone.
Don't leave me. And I think that's what she's referring to.
Just leave me. Just leave me. Okay, tell us about Kilimanjaro. You climbed Kilimanjaro. That is amazing.
So I was approached to do Kilimanjaro.
Yeah.
And then I liked the idea.
Okay.
So I was going to go with one friend and he pulled out. So I got hold of Ant Oshry, another close friend. I said,
see the cucumbers guy.
That's him. That's him.
Marcus's dad. Okay. Oh, excellent.
So and he was very big in 4x4s. Also Ant Oshry. He took us all over Africa.
Okay.
Anyway, so I said, Ant, let's do this thing. So we flew to Nairobi and we caught a bus to a place called Arusha. which is near the base of
Kilimanjaro. Okay.
And I said to myself, I'm defiantly unfit. I didn't do any preparation. and this was like the highest mountain in Africa, you know. So there was 14 of us, and most of them were dentists or pharmacists. And we were 50 years old, and to myself,
Yes.
52 or so, and they were like 40. So we took off at the base, and you carry there are guides that take your big stuff. Sherpas.
Yes.
So we had our day, and off we went.
Okay.
And it just happened that I ended up at the end of the line. After the 14,
the back
of the
my soul. Okay.
and then Ant was sort of not too far ahead of me.
Okay.
And then one of these Sherpas would stay with me.
Okay.
And then they would rest every hour, say.
Yeah.
So when we got there, the Swahili is poli.
Yeah.
You know, they walk slowly. And then when we got there, the other guys had been resting for about 10 or 15 minutes.
Okay.
And we just got there.
And you had to go again.
And they said, let's
go.
go. There was a word I've forgotten. And then, oh no. So then again,
do you get tired when it's high altitude?
It was the altitude. The altitude.
The
altitude, you're getting less and less oxygen.
Yes, of course.
And
so you just get
become
tired,
slower and slower.
breathing harder.
Yeah. And then at night we were taking Dormicum to sleep.
Oh.
And because the altitude doesn't allow you to sleep. And the food is a thing. They cook food, but there's a lot of tummy bugs. Because the food's not so good.
Oh dear.
and he said to me, Cameron, you and me, we only eat oranges and boiled eggs. Okay. So nothing's touched them. No cleaning, no water, no.
Okay.
And we never had a problem. And we were one of the few, or two of the few out of the 14 that never.
Okay, because that would be if you get stomach bug, then it's dehydration.
Exactly.
And that's
it's terrible. Anyway, the last before the top, it takes before the last kilometer.
Yeah. Wow.
It's a case. What you do, you sleep. You walk high and you sleep low. So every night before we went to bed, before we slept, we would go up 500 meters to get a kilometer and come back again.
Oh.
But when you do the summit, you actually leave, you depart at midnight. Yeah. And you go up a wall of stone. They call it scree.
Yeah, yes.
And it's frozen.
Slope. Okay.
It's like little pebbles, like marbles.
Well, scree slope is when the temperature breaks the rocks apart, and it makes like a.
These marbles are fuss because it's frozen.
Yes. Okay.
So you can walk up in a big zigzag. It is, you're not the only. There was 6,000 people on that mountain in those 6 days we were on the mountain.
6,000 people. Exactly. It's like a line.
So you walk up that scree while it's frozen.
Jeez.
And when you get to the top, I've forgotten the name, then you rest. And then there's another about 2 kilometers to get to the top of Ahura, the top of Kilimanjaro. It's called Ahura.
Okay.
So there's no oxygen.
Yeah.
The temperature with the wind blowing about minus 15, minus 20. It's freezing.
Jeez,
that backpack is almost frozen to you. You can feel it freezing on your back.
Yeah.
And you walk like an old man. It's just slowly. So
everything's got to be slow.
When you get there, those 14 people, they're all disillusioned. They say, take a camera, take a photo, please. You take a photo.
Yeah.
Then they say, give a camera back. I said, take a photo. I said, I've just taken a photo.
Yeah.
Oh, take another photo. They're all confused because there's no oxygen and they don't think right, and et cetera.
Okay.
And when you...
You're also confused.
I don't think I was that confused, but after
How many
after
people
the
took
same
photos?
guy asked me to take a photograph 4 times, I wondered who was confused here.
You did it yourself.
I don't know. He's confused. I'm confused, but I took it anyway. So then you turn around and you go. So you have your photo shoot, and you're desperate to get off the mountain, to be honest.
Okay.
So you walk down, and each almost meter you go down, you feel better.
Okay.
Then you get back to that scree.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, it's now midday.
Yes.
So it's not frozen anymore. So it's like slipping down on marbles. You can almost sit down and just run down to the bottom.
My word.
So when I got down to the bottom, I said to Ant, because both of us were together, I said, listen, I've got to sleep. There's a cabin there. I can't go through it. I've got to sleep. So I had to sleep.
Okay.
And then you have those packages that give you Vitafoam or something. Gives you this
like a
the
booster.
elements. Yes, and then I felt much better. So you go down.
Okay.
So it takes 6 days up and down.
You're unbelievable.
So it's that's something you asked in my life. What accomplishing that?
Yeah, like
was
a pivotal
tough.
moment.
It was a very tough journey.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't get there because of oxygen. They get oxygen sickness or whatever you call it. Air sickness. But luckily we did. But that was a big, not a turning point in my life, but a big impact on my life. To know I could do it.
Yes. It's that thing that physically that you can actually do it.
But it's also a deep, a lot of deep thoughts about all this stuff.
Of course, when you're going up in a situation like that, it almost becomes life or death, and you think about those important things.
There, when we got to the bottom, we had seen this woman, because there's about five stops, so you meet other people.
Yes,
we'd seen that woman going up.
Yeah,
and then coming down back to the hotel in Arusha, this woman came hobbling through with blood all over and a bit of a. I said, "What happened to you?"
Yeah.
She said, "No, well, I got about the 4th day. I got air sickness."
Huh?
Oh, okay. So, but
what about that?
That
what is that? A bad sickness, that?
They got the Japanese donated an ambulance to the mountain.
Okay, wow. Okay.
The ambulance with 2 bicycle wheels with a stretcher on top. So the one Sherpa, he goes in the front, the other at the back, and they go down the mountain, walking or jogging or whatever, down the mountain like that. And she said they were doing that and they're managing fine, but the guy in front, he tripped, and the ambulance took off. And the guy and the guy at the back, he let go. So she said, I was going like this. And it collapsed. And a broken neck and a broken arm and a cut in the head.
Gary's having a good laugh here as well. So Uhura.
But
did you actually?
Uhura is the top.
The top, yeah.
Arusha is the town.
Okay.
Uhura is the top of Africa. It's a Swahili word meaning the one
prostitutes.
Of the world.
You said no, don't worry. There's no Uhura up there.
No. But it's a glacier. There's a glacier there. It's actually. It's a volcano. It's a ring of a volcano, and there's different routes to go up. We went maybe the easiest or the perhaps the most primitive routes. But other routes you go up and stay in tents.
Okay,
but it was a lifetime experience.
Absolutely.
A lifetime experience.
I know Jenny Galt has also been up as well, and I don't know if she went all the way, but she's.
Many people tried twice and had to be turned down. Because and women seem to have a better capacity of dealing with a lack of oxygen than what men, evidently.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, the women tend to listen.
Better.
Generally. And any travel experiences? Do you enjoy traveling? Do you?
I do enjoy traveling.
Yeah.
I've been to China. I've
Okay.
been to Brazil.
Oh,
I've been to Israel twice.
okay.
I've been to America 10 times at least.
Yo,
I've skied in Austria many times. I've
Yeah.
skied in America. I've skied in
Vermont.
the Czech Republic.
Oh, Czech Republic.
Yeah,
as
we
well.
went
Yes,
to
very
Prague and then we checked.
Beautiful.
Yeah, very
nice.
beautiful.
Yeah.
And then we used to go a lot, as I say, to Austria.
Okay.
I enjoyed traveling.
What's your best place?
I would say probably America is the best place. It's so easy.
Yeah.
Not only the language, but
Yeah.
the way of life, and
Yeah.
everything's organized.
Yeah.
Everything works well. Look, we in Austria we enjoy those ski holidays. That was marvelous.
It's lovely.
Like being in the snow and and that's also very nice. So
and obviously your family is important to you, well. So you have those family times together as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like caravanning. You're all together, and you all go up the mountain together. When I started skiing, my kids were all young, so I used to be in front, and I'd stop and I'd wait for them.
Yeah.
Like
Yes.
the duck and the ducklings come after them.
Yes.
And at different times they crashed into me. They wouldn't want to be 4 meters apart from me. And then as I get older, they started showing off a little bit, and and then as I got older, they became faster and I became slower. And you know what? There was 3 of them plus the daughter.
Yeah.
And I'd be skiing, and they'd all disappear. I don't know which way now?
Oh dear.
There on the corner, there would be my daughter.
Yeah.
Come on, hurry up. So
Okay.
so off we went again. And then she disappeared into the wilderness. And then there would be my other son.
Yes.
What happened to you? I said, no, I'm coming up. He said,
They were
come on.
faster than you.
And off we go again. And then there'll be another son. They took their turns to make sure that I came
you were
up
right.
safely.
Who's going to look after? Who's drawing the short straw now?
It was only because we had to go to Glühwein or something after
There we go. Clay says meeting an old lady on a Greyhound bus at 19 and was friends until she died at 90 odd years.
Who's that?
She says, tell us a story about meeting an old lady on the Greyhound bus.
When I went, so at some stage I said to my dad, look, all my friends are having a gap year.
Yeah.
And I saw he was becoming more reliant on me.
Well, standard 9 was your gap year.
And standard 3. I don't remember him telling me that. So he said, I said, I want to go for 3 months. So he said, no, that's fine. So you had to write in those days. So I wrote him a letter. I said, listen, I haven't seen what I want to see. I'd like to stay another 3 and another 3, blah, blah. And eventually I said to him, look, I can go to America for $90 for 90 days.
Yo.
So that means you buy a ticket. You have to buy it outside America. And you're entitled to travel on a Greyhound bus anywhere in Canada or in the USA for $90 for 90 days. Okay. So for 3 months you can travel.
And jump on and off as you like.
Whatever you like.
Like Contiki.
Exactly. So I flew to New York and then I flew to Toronto.
Yeah.
I got on the bus in Toronto. I went right across Canada.
Yeah.
And those buses, they drive through the night.
Okay.
All of them.
Wow.
So what I did, I used to jump on the bus and sleep on the bus.
Yes, of course.
The next morning, they've got ablution blocks. They've got a station.
Okay. Yes.
Every destination is a station.
Okay.
So you wash up, shower, whatever. It's fantastic.
Yo.
You sightsee. Then that night, 6 o'clock or 5 o'clock, you come back, jump back on the bus, and I went right across to British Columbia. That's right across Canada.
Yeah.
I went down Seattle, Portland to California.
Yo.
I went to Los Angeles, Las Vegas, over the Hoover Dam, Grand Canyon, through Texas, and I got into a little place called Lake Charles at about 7 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
And other people got onto the bus. I'd been on the bus the whole night.
Yeah.
And little three children and a woman.
Yeah.
So the woman's handbag was open.
Yeah.
So, and she was about in the middle of the bus. There weren't many people on the bus.
Yeah.
So after a time, I got up and I went across to her. I said, "Excuse me, lady, your handbag is open." So she said, "What do you say?" I said, "Your handbag is open." "Oh, my purse." "Oh, my purse."
My purse.
So she closed her purse. "Thank you very much." And I went back. About an hour later, we go to New Orleans. About a half an hour later, she came over. She said, "Look, that's a very interesting accent. Where are you from?" I said, "I'm from South Africa." "Oh, what you doing?"
Yeah.
So she
Well,
said,
Scottish and from South Africa.
so she said, "Listen, so where are you going?" I said, "No, I'm going down to Florida and going." She said, "Well, we live in Virginia, which is just near Washington. So I'm going to give you my card. You phone me and we will show you Washington."
Wow.
So I said, "Thank you." She said, "I'll fetch you at the Greyhound bus depot and I'll take you." So I did all my travels, came back, phoned her. You know cell phones, of course, you have to codes or whatever. And then I said, "I'm going to be there tomorrow at 7 o'clock. She fetched me with a huge Cadillac as long as this room.
Cadillac.
7 o'clock the next day with her 3 children in the car.
Lovely.
And she drove me to the Arlington graveyards, Washington, the White House, the Congress. She took me all over the full day. And then she took me back to her house at about 4 o'clock for tea and sandwiches. And she said, in the meantime, I was eyeing her, one of her daughters, which was about the same age.
Oh, she probably had a plan as well.
So she said, "Wouldn't you like to stay the night? And then I'll drop you back tomorrow." I wanted to get back to New York. I only had 3 days sort of before I came back to South Africa. Final. So I said to her, "Look, I'm so sorry. I'd love to stay, but..." Cut a long story short, I wrote to her daughter, and then subsequent, I visited America, as I say, about 10 times. Every time I've seen them, every time I went to see Mrs., her name was Betty Sheridan. I went to see Betty Sheridan. I stayed at her house. At one stage, I took my whole family. We had Christmas together and New Year with Betty Sheridan.
Amazing.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
And today I still
meeting.
I still email this Jeanette, you know.
Oh, the daughter.
The daughter. But in the meantime, this year, Betty passed away at 95. And I saw about 18 months ago. So. But it was a marvelous sort of, she had that Cadillac. Eventually I said, "Can I buy that Cadillac?" And she said, "It's $1,000. I bought it.
No way.
I paid her $1,000. And then to get the thing here, I was either too useless or, you know, and when the next trip I went back there, I said, "I can't take this Cadillac. It's too difficult." So she said, do you want your money back?" I said, "Yeah, I can't have my money."
$1,000.
So she gave me $1,000. But meanwhile, she could have probably got $16,000 for that car at that stage, you know. But I had that marvelous relationship, and I still have with Jeanette. All those years from just a meeting on the bus. Marvelous.
But it doesn't matter. The people all over the world, it's just
it's incredible.
It is. It doesn't matter who you meet. If you make the effort to make that connection, that's all you need.
Strange enough, there was the guy, the brother was called Mac.
Yeah.
And there was other daughters called Trish. I've never had any correspondence with them. It was only with Betty, the mother,
yes.
and Jeanette.
Oh, shame.
And now, of course, I know Jeanette's son and daughter.
Okay, they're also there. So, I see there's some more here. Was it Duncan and Sarah Scott there saying you've got a dual account there? Talk about having a yacht and refusing to learn how to tie any knots and instead bringing Aunt Oshie along to tie the knots.
It's my sarcastic son.
Aunt Oshie, obviously, Aunt is a good mate of yours.
Yeah, he's a very good mate of mine.
Okay.
He fell on his head and he's damaged him. He's batting to recover.
Okay.
We went on a 4x4 about a year ago.
Yeah.
And he had an accident there. But okay.
Oh, man,
so and I climbed Kilimanjaro.
Okay.
And you really bond. It's one of those occasions that you almost need each other. You draw strength from each other.
Of course.
And we did. Our relationship changed after that. Really, really appreciate
But
it.
I see Marcus and Duncan, Marcus and Justin as well, also mates. I mean, they play squash together.
Yes.
So obviously your kids have also got together.
So we bought a yacht with with partners.
Yes.
It was called a sun sail. Okay. So you buy the yacht you pay for it, and you use it for 5 years, but they look after the insurance, the whatever they call it.
So it's like what do you call those things? Like a timeshare on a yacht.
And then they pay you, then they hire it out.
Okay.
Your yacht.
Yes.
There's 3 of us, so we each had a month a year.
Okay.
Use.
Yes.
And then the other 9 months they will hire it out, and they pay you a dividend for
so it's
that.
like an investment kind
it's
of thing.
It's an investment.
Oh,
You can do okay.
Yeah.
So we went. So I used to take Ant with me.
Okay.
There was a 6 berth, 2 for 6. There were 6 berths. You could fit 8. So I always took Ant, and Duncan is partly right because Ant was such a willing worker. He would like to do. So I could say, Ant, we've got a problem. Let me get in there. And then sometimes the rope got caught to the propeller, and Ant would walk around in his the little
Speedo.
So Ant, go jump over there in your little Speedo, and you put the goggles on and untie the rope, run the prop and all of that. So Duncan is right in a way.
Okay, he used to sort out those hassles.
I didn't do so good at school, and I don't do so good when tying knots.
That's so good for that.
I did better.
I like the way he brings up that excuse about school whenever he doesn't want to do something. There he goes. Duncan says, talk about how your middle son Duncan coaches an Olympic gold medal surfer, Carissa Moore, every year at the J-Bay Open. Oh, really? I must have a look for her because I was at J-Bay Open. I actually did the entertainment for the J-Bay Open this year.
So Duncan, he went to varsity after school, and then he said, that's me, I'm out.
Okay.
I'm going to surf. Because I was a surfer, and I encouraged them, and they took it to a different level. So Duncan became a professional surfer for 10 years.
I've watched Duncan surfing as well now that I think about it. Yeah.
So not only that, he met all the top surfers in the world on the circuit, on the world circuit.
Yeah.
So this Carissa Moore is a Hawaiian, and whenever she comes to surf in Port Elizabeth in J-Bay, she asked Duncan to coach.
Excellent.
Coach.
Okay.
And he coaches her. He knows the scene, and he's devoted.
Duncan's well known in the surfing circles. I know that for sure.
He wrote articles, and he's been all over the world. He's a big wave surfer.
Okay.
So he coached Carissa Moore, and she's been here. And when she won the #1 title in the world, he had coached her to that final win.
Wow.
In J-Bay.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
I know.
So he leaves work to go and coach, and I am a little bit put out
Yes, you're moaning because of priorities.
I just, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's what he said. He said priorities is the word.
And the trouble is, Duncan gets 10% of her earnings, and she earns big. So we all sit around there looking at the poor box, and Duncan is now earning in dollars. In dollars for 1 week. He earns more than us in a year.
Yeah, a whole year. Okay, so and what about the mom? Your wife, your ex-wife.
My ex-wife, yeah.
Yes. Is she's still involved?
She's still part of the family. She's still involved. She's very much,
You got it's an extended family relationship.
Yeah, good relationship.
It's nice if everybody still gets along.
Yeah, we get along now. We fun. Good. A few grumbles every now and again. I got a few grumbles every now and again.
I can't believe it, especially since Duncan said that you moan about priorities all the time.
What we got there?
Yeah, and I see Kathy Marsh saying hello there. How's it, Kathy? Nice to see you too there. And Claire saying, no. And I see, Cameron, you have me in stitches, says Kathy. Kathy's one of our regulars here as well. But it's and I know we haven't got a lot of time left. And I know Cameron brought a whole speech to say, yeah. But let's just get a few getting to know you questions. And I think the first one, maybe the most spontaneous or adventurous thing that you've ever done in your life.
The most enjoyable has been skiing. It wasn't spontaneous, although I went on that week's holiday having not skied. I thought it would be before I came back to South Africa. When I left New York, I had 3 days in New York, and then I went straight to ski. I went straight to Austria for 3. Then I came to South Africa. But that's been the most satisfying experience I've ever had in my life. That's skiing. It's everything. It's fun. And of course, I must have been enjoying my cycling all these years because I've done thousands of kilometers.
Have you got siblings? Brothers and sisters?
No. My sister died. I had one sister.
Okay.
And so about 8 years ago, she lived in Joburg. So after she left home, she became a teacher. And she went to Joburg. And I saw her once a year, twice a year.
And one thing I wanted to, and I forgot to ask you as well, is when you spoke to your parents, your Scottish accent, did it come out?
My Scottish accent.
Yeah. Yours. Like I always find when you're talking normally, I can't hear it at all.
I know what you're talking about, but I tell you what. When I was 12, it was the first time my parents had been back to Aberdeen.
Okay.
And I think it was 17 years because they had been here 10 years, and then my 2 years. Anyway, it's been evidently 17 years before they went there. Back. So I went back on the Pendennis Castle with my mother. My father flew on one of those old aeroplanes to Cairo and this one and that.
The BAOC, whatever it was. Comet.
So when I got to Aberdeen, my mother started talking in another language altogether. So I said, Mom, why are you showing off? Why are you speaking this other, och I, and it was a roaring success, enormous, and I said, why are you speaking so different? She said, no, I'm not speaking different. I said, normal. I said, you're not speaking normal. You're speaking different. So I know what you're talking about.
So your parents immediately slipped back right back in.
Absolutely, And they never lost their accent after 60 years. So they never lost their accent.
Well, I think you build that accent within the first 12 years of your life or whatever it is,
My father...
but you never spoke in that accent.
No, I never spoke in that accent. So my father used to say, you must go along to Mr. Van der Merwe. Go along to Mr. Van der Merwe. Sure, he couldn't speak.
When the movie.
So one day he was measuring up a Dutch Reformed church, and he was measuring this, and a Germany came over to him and said, "Are you must have been the Afrikaans?" And my father said, "Oh, excuse me, Germany, I can't speak Afrikaans. I can only speak English." He said, "Well, in that case, you might as well stop measuring this job right now."
Really? Wow. Oh, my soul.
That's the olden days, you know.
Oh, my word. Really? It was that bad.
Sure.
Yo, Roger Hilligan says, Roger says, how's it? And he says, how many Bekarovkas did you have in Czech Republic, or was that your best ever tour?
He was with us in the Czech.
Oh, really?
In the Czech. He was skiing with us, yeah.
Roger?
Roger.
Oh, my
And he was fairly new at skiing, I remember. But he did very well. But,
did he?
Yeah, did very well. He's a splendid man.
What's the Bekarovkas?
I don't know what that is.
How many Bekarovkas did you have in Czech Republic?
I don't know.
Maybe
That must
it's
have
probably
been drinks.
Ura.
I don't know.
Probably
no,
Ura.
it must have been drinks. I don't know.
Did you ever do coal mines? He says.
No.
With the Canaries, you're talking about the
Oh,
Canaries.
no, I never did coal mine with Canaries. Yeah.
Oh, my word. And I see Alan DeRoer says, enjoying Cameron's stories.
Yeah, he's from Aussie, as I say. His father,
fantastic.
I used to go and say hello to his father every 3 months or so.
Wow,
but he's packed up business now, so I don't drop in there anymore.
Yeah. What did you enjoy about the old days in PE?
I think everything was close. I had very good friends who took me to Kings Beach in the evening, 5 o'clock, and all go down to King. And you remember Humewood when the old change rooms, and you were very old, very long
before
time
68.
ago. Yes,
Because 68
floods,
washed
was everything away.
It was washed away.
I was a member of Southern Australian Lifesaving Club. I still am.
So you were like a nipper or a lifesavers?
I joined when I was about 17.
Okay, so lifesavers.
But that was wonderful experience as well, because we competed with Durban Surf, East London, Cape Town, Clifton. We'd go to all these centres to do life-saving competitions.
Those funny little hats.
Yeah, little march past.
Did
Real.
you ever do those boats?
No, I never did. No, I never did. But
because I see Jen Seedy there's another lady I know that's been doing this. It's with the boats, man. Those boats are unbelievable. They're surf boats, eh?
Yeah, surf boats. Yeah.
Jeez.
246. Oh, it was tough. It was tough. The poor guy at the back had to keep them straight.
They keep them straight. I know. How do they do that even? I don't know. Marcus Ostry is online as well. There we go. Uncle Cameron is an amazing man. Always chuckling and always visiting my dad after his injury every week. He's a selfless man. And by the way, he went to Erica. Yes, we found out. We found out about his secret. Marcus.
That was before they discovered I was a boy.
we gotta have Marcus on sometime as well. We got to talk about your stuff as well. Looking back, what personal accomplishment are you most proud of? Would you say, and why?
I would suggest that my 3 boys are following in the footsteps. So as I say,
they're all working in the company as well.
Yes, they all are. You know, my mother's father was a painting contractor in Aberdeen, as I told you.
Yeah.
So I guess you can count it as a first generation.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then my father had his company.
Yeah, 75 years ago.
Second generation. Then I took it a little bit further. Now we've got a 4th generation.
Unbelievable.
And you know, it does evolve. Look, eventually we may be just a total property company or I don't know how. But nothing stays the same.
No,
the way things get done, and the pick and pays and the checkers, they weren't here a long time ago. And the clicks and the discounts, they weren't here a long time ago.
Yeah, you're right.
So things change.
They do, and
but
it requires constant work.
But in our industry, there's always maintenance. So most likely buildings will always need maintenance and always need new roofs and so forth. So one of the things that maybe will stay the same. It's just techniques that change.
In maintenance and the thing, you're quite right. But what you say in there is that it always requires work. You can't. I mean, people think, it's a generational company. It's like it's fine. It's easy for the guys just to start working. It requires constant work because
day.
one big job can kill it all.
No, you can't sit on your laurels and watch the days go by.
No.
You've got to got to be involved.
Yeah,
and it's serious.
And
it's
strategy.
serious stuff.
Yeah, the strategy.
You've got to make an effort all the
It's
time.
amazing. But Karen, I think we've come to the end. I mean, we've had you here for an hour and a half already. It's been absolutely fantastic to talk to you, Cameron. Thank you so much for coming online. And we've got Gary's put in a few more little questions here. He wants to know your bucket list.
I would like to go to Prague. Get on. I think that is a Danube.
Yeah.
Get on that river and go all the way down to Vienna.
Wow. Yes.
Or something like that. I'd also that's what I like to do.
Like a river trip.
Yes.
And through that history, do you like the history?
I do like history, but it would be beautiful to be relaxing. When I did my 3-month stint in Europe, I was in the varsity town, I've forgotten the name, in Germany, and I was camping on the side of the river, and a boat of students came past, having a big joy. And about an hour or two later, they came back. much noisier. and I thought, wouldn't that be nice?
After the visit to the beer hall.
That's what I'd like to do.
So that stuck in your mind as like a thing to do.
And
it sounds like a booze cruise to me.
It was a booze cruise. Yeah. And I wouldn't mind a big booze cruise down from Prague down to Vienna.
Yeah, that would be amazing. Like that'd be amazing. Yeah. I mean, those rivers are so wide, so big, they're beautiful.
Yes,
there's so much going on.
We went down Egypt. We went down the Nile.
Oh, you got the Nile.
I forgot to tell you that. Yeah, so we went to Egypt. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Where else did I go?
So did you see the pyramids and the whole thing?
Yes, which is also wonderful.
Amazing.
Now, my father was there in probably 52 or whatever. And what Dakota? That was the aeroplane.
The Dakota.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
2-engine. So getting back to that yacht.
Yes.
So and Austria and all that stuff.
Yes.
We had 5 years of. Now you can have this. You can hire that yacht, and you can have the use of the yacht in Seychelles or Greece or Turkey. They've got about 26 bases all over the world. Now this.
And 3 months.
And you have to have a skipper. Andrew, my son, became a skipper. Duncan also became a skipper.
Okay.
So you get on the boat, you got your skipper, you go where you want. And it was wonderful. It's beautiful on the Mediterranean. Yes. You drop into Greece or Turkey. Yeah. I never went to Croatia. I actually regret that. But that's also very lovely. Yeah. And then you pull up onto the quay, you tie up, and there's a little taverna restaurant right opposite you. You walk 5 paces across a little road. Wow. You sit down, you have a meal. When you've had enough, you stagger 5 paces back. It's marvelous. It's marvelous.
Yeah. Well, it's no drinking and driving on a boat, we know from the chocker boats.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh my word. We love you, Camerooni, aka Dad. Luckily, I still have 2 months sabbatical next year, and my dad and I will be traveling together. Fantastic, Claire. That is the best time that you could ever spend. Last ski trip and the Northern Lights, gate crashing his daughter's honeymoon. Did you gate crash your daughter's honeymoon?
No, she's wanting her gift, her money for her honeymoon. And she told me her wedding gift. She won her wedding gift, which is substantial.
It's like a dowry.
Being the only daughter. Yeah. So I said to her, hey, listen, man, this looks pretty good. I wonder, you wouldn't mind your father coming along? So she looked a bit skiff. Yeah. and she's married a very nice guy, Ryan, very nice guy. And he
Luckily.
he said like this, to her.
Yeah.
So I guess I'm in.
Kate crashing your daughter. So, well, you just have to turn a blind eye to all that stuff.
Yeah.
The
I
conjugate.
said, you carry on, leave me with my
Conjugate.
whiskies here.
Oh, lovely. Just don't make a big noise, Claire. Man. What was your best ski trip ever? I see Roger Hilligan's asking.
They all have been wonderful. They've all been wonderful. I've got a sentiment towards that first one, Westerdorf in Austria.
Westerdorf.
But subsequently, we've gone back to the Saalbach many times, and it's a twin Saalbach Hinterglen. And there's another place down here. There's, when you get to a resort, you can do 72, 80, 172 miles on slopes.
Wow.
It goes on forever. And Saalbach has always been, I think, our favorite.
Okay.
Hinterglen, Saalbach. But they're all wonderful.
All right.
They're all wonderful.
Let's have a last couple of looks at the comments before we do our lucky draw for the we give away a case of Fitch and Leeds to anybody that's watching here as well. And I just see Barbara Gunn and Barbara Manor saying, lovely chat. She's our soccer lady. She's going to be involved in next week's show. We've got the soccer guys on. Kathy Mars, amazing evening once again. Thank you, Gino and Cameron. You've been fantastic fun, Cameron.
Thank you, Kathy.
You speak so well.
Hello, Kathy.
I love it. Kathy's having a good laugh.
Okay.
And Karika Burton saying, only you, she says, Karika.
I fancy that.
She says she's looking good as well, eh? Better,
I'm hearing even better.
Oh,
She's a triathlon.
Oh, triathlete.
Oh,
really? Okay.
Yeah. She looks
the part.
Looks the part.
Oh, excellent.
So fit and
Good.
healthy and
Good. Sharp.
lovely.
Excellent, Greg. Good to hear. And so let's have a look. We've got we've got to give away the Fitch and Leeds. We're going to put that on the screen quickly so we can have a look. And here we go. Let's have a look at the lucky draw and see who's going to win the Fitch and Leeds this week. We get a case of Fitch and Leeds posted to anybody, whoever it is that wins. And Wendy will get a hold of you and we'll do it. Carol Jacobs in East London. We're going to send it up to East London for you, Carol. No problem. Thank you for watching. Thank you to everybody for watching. Thank you to our sponsors, to Spa, and of course, always to Fitch and Leeds and to Sovereign. Sovereign is our new sponsor. And to Amobia for our internet as well. They give our internet so we can get the message out there. Okay. And to Cameron Scott, thank you so much. You've been an absolute pleasure to have on the show. It's been bloody marvelous. And thank you to all of you for watching. Yeah. Share it. This stays online as well, so you can share it with anybody. Next week, we've got the soccer players, the entire team from the 1960s who won the big compo back then. And I hope Barbara Mann is going to be in the studio as well. We're going to get Barbara. We hope to see you here as well. We've got all the soccer players coming in to have a chat, and I'm sure it's going to be a Morsha party. So I think all this booze in front of us will disappear. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next week. Cheers, guys.
Let's sit down. Coming out of PE town. Drink, find a shot. Never mind your liver. Get to Gino's spot.
Gino Spot.
Get to Gino's spot.
Gino Spot.
Have a laugh, have a giggle, and exercise your middle.